Welcome to Recovery Rising with Kelly and Riva, a podcast dedicated to exploring the journey of eating disorder recovery through real stories, advocacy, and awareness.
I'm Kelly Doss.
And I'm Riva Van Vliet.
And just like with every episode, we do throw out the disclaimer that neither one of us are eating disorder mental health professionals. We just share our lived experience, and we use that each episode to help others. So if you are struggling with an eating disorder, or if somebody you're caring for has an eating disorder, please seek out a licensed mental health professional, preferably somebody who specializes in eating disorders.
Yeah, absolutely. So this week it feels like spring is finally springing.
Yeah.
Well, at least today.
Well, for sure. Yes. It's 2 days actually. I've been feeling good, but that's our topic today is spring.
Yep.
And with spring, we often think about renewal, growth. It just goes hand in hand with the season. So we thought we could talk about recovery as inspired by this season of growth and renewal and times, and how you can take this time to think about what recovery can look like. So, and this is also a time too when we're coming out of the seasonal affective disorder season.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not familiar, seasonal affective disorder, I did not know this actually. I only knew of the winter phase, but apparently it can happen in the summer too. There's a seasonal affective disorder where, it's less common, but most people, it happens in the winter time, the longer, darker days, so less sunlight. Yeah, so you're more apt to feel the more depressive moods, anxiety, fatigue, all those things, just because you're less exposure to sunlight. It's colder and probably out less too.
Yeah.
So, so we're getting out of that phase, and then we're getting more sunlight. And sunlight, it helps with serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter that is the mood booster, helps you get calm and focused. Vitamin D, you probably hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Get your vitamin D. And then just really a lot of brain chemistry and hormones involved with getting more sunlight, more of that regulation. So
it's amazing how much that can change things.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it's like we're emerging from this like dark, cold winter and moving into a season of like new blooms and sunlight and sunshine, and it can feel really hopeful and like, wow, I can begin again. And that's, I think, like why it's so easy to use it as a metaphor for eating disorder recovery. And and I love metaphors. So, but it is. And it's like, it's also, spring hasn't really always been my favorite season, because it's like also like mucky and messy, and it feels like, oh my gosh, it's like so slow, and there's so much back and forth, and it's not just like a straight line into summertime.
Right.
It's like one foot, one step forward, one step back. And I think that's, at least for me, that's how my recovery journey had been. And setbacks, and we've talked about those setbacks in recovery that you experience, and not full relapse, but it's just so important to just remember that new season is upon us, and that it takes time, and that growth can sometimes be slow, and those blooms can be sneaky. One day it's going to be seems like it's never going to happen, and then it does. And and that sunshine is definitely good for the soul.
And I can't remember where I saw this, but also that metaphor, as you were talking about, the growth, the sprouting out, like just the resilience it takes for that little seedling to pop through the soil and start to grow. So that strength piece of getting out of the soil and starting to grow, and things like that too. That's often how people describe their recovery journey too, is that it takes resilience and strength.
It is, exactly. It's all of that like prep that you've been putting in before this season, and even in the winter when times have been tough and you were in the throes of your eating disorder, all of that was preparing you for this new season. And I remember this is just like really special metaphor for me, because when I was last in recovery and in treatment, and I would often go into this little space called the solarium, where I was, and I would call my family in the morning, talk to my kids, see the sunrise with them. And I would look out, and it was winter time when I was there, kind of winter, springtime. And it was still kind of snowy, frosted over. And I just remember like telling myself and then journaling about this like transition that we're in it's in the in-between, and there's so much hope. Doesn't look like it, you know, it's just the frozen ground, but there's hope beneath that, like you said, that hope beneath the surface.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beneath the surface. Absolutely. Yeah. And as you were talking too, it reminded me, like, where was I, like, physically?
Yeah.
And lucky for me, I was down in the South where there's more sunshine and warmth. But yes, I can definitely tell. And I think just being outside in the earthing, which is where you're more connected with the natural earth, like taking off your shoes and walking in the grass type of thing, just how much I could definitely always tell a shift. So I found that just going for a simple walk would often lift my mood too. So this warmer weather, I mean, I just feel like there's opportunities for that mood boosting. And, you know, like you were talking about, thinking ahead of like, okay, where's the opportunity for me to think about recovery and what it can look like? So
exactly. And that brings us to like the real life outside of the metaphor that we're now like looking ahead to summer season. And this is like a really, I mean, we get outside more. We get to kind of reclaim those activities that we were doing in wintertime. And but is anxiety around like just the summertime, and of course what diet culture puts upon us, or getting our bodies ready for the summer, whatever that marketing may look like. And then like you said, but you really can make this new season look however you want it to look. And that means like choosing activities that make sense for you, and surrounding yourself with people that like support your recovery narrative, and not the narrative of diet culture.
Because definitely swimsuit season is being thrust upon us.
Always.
I actually already see them lined up in the stores already, the swimsuits. But that swimsuit anxiety is actually a real thing. It's something that psychologists and stuff talk about. So I know it's researched and all that. But it's like this season is one of the times when we feel worst about our bodies. You know, that comparison and, you know, the judging of the self that's taking place. But we've talked about this a couple of times, reframing that, not so much on the appearance, but looking, like you were talking about, looking forward to the activities we enjoy. For me, I like to find a swimsuit that I feel comfortable in, and I can do the things that I want to do when I go outside. You know, it doesn't have to be the most trendiest thing ever, but, you know, I like to go swimming with my nieces and nephews on the lake and things like that, or go jet skiing or something like that. So looking forward to the activities themselves, but also surrounding myself. I know this was key through the recovery process, surrounding myself with people where I could laugh and be happy with, and just not think about those things because I was just so in the moment. So who you surround yourself with too will be part of that, I think. So
exactly. And also like preparing for swimsuit season is so like deeply ingrained in like diet culture. So like changing your diet to fit into a swimsuit or whatever it is. But like it is important to nourish your body, so you can show up for those activities and enjoy and laugh and just be like alive. So instead of starving your body to fit into something, like you should nourish your body so you can enjoy those activities. And I love that, like that reframe.
No, you brought up a very good point. It's not only just about the appearance, but giving yourself that energy to do those things that you love. So I know that was always helpful to me. Like the dietitian always framed it that way. It's like, look at this as energy to do the things that you want to do and accomplish and enjoy. So absolutely. So that was very helpful to me too. So I'm glad you brought up that point.
And also like, I love like that you're like, you pick like a swimsuit that like lets you like do without those summer activities that you like to do, or, you know, and like the fun stuff at the beach. Like a couple weeks ago, it was just last week when it was one of that 70 degree. And I put on shorts for the first time of the season, and because I was going for a run, just like a short run, and I put my shorts on, and I was like, I really prefer just like wearing baggy joggers or leggings that cover my legs. But I just like sat with it. I'm like, it's hot out. This lets me do what I want to do. Like, and this works for my activity. And I didn't judge it past there. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. You're right. It's 80 degrees. It was, I think, 80 degrees.
It was
close
probably
to.
close. Yeah.
And if you had on the joggers, the heavy sweatpants,
yeah,
could have been trouble. Yeah.
I mean, it is normal to like notice changes in your body that have happened over like the winter months too. And I think that's also giving yourself grace, and like you said, surrounding yourself with people that you can really stay in the moment with, and just just reminding yourself that bodies change and flux. And
oh yes,
yeah,
especially as we get older. Yeah. So that's, part of the sunshine, not only the nutrients or the vitamin D and, what that does for the serotonin and circadian rhythm, but also, the warmer weather, it changes how we dress. So you're right, that can sometimes cause anxiety.
Yes. Yeah.
But we can work with that and reframe it and refocus. And absolutely. And, that can actually be part of that renewal, the resetting the mindset, like going into the season. I'm going to shed the old habits or the old behaviors, the old ways of thinking. Like, this is an opportunity for me to have that growth in how I think.
I love that. Yeah. And it's like, and create new traditions. And
yes.
Like, it is like resetting, just like you reset your yard, your house. It's just, you can, really reset your mind, mind frame around this new season ahead of us, and you create new traditions and new memories, because the eating disorder does rob us of those memories. I mean, I'm sure you remember showing up to functions in the summertime and it's just, you're not there. You're really not.
Or sometimes even avoiding going. I know that was a big one for me too, it would keep me from participating in certain things too. So spring is a beautiful time. Like you said, lots of colors, lots of bloom. And I think there's also that opportunity to look at your own uniqueness, like the uniqueness of all these variety of flowers, like focus or reflect on, how am I unique, and how is this journey not only unique to me, but what can I learn from it too? So reflecting on that. So
I love that. And I think you always focus on like, what have I learned from this experience? And I think that just like keeping that open mind, like, what is this teaching me? And I love that idea.
Yeah. Cause I think when you can also reflect on where I've gotten to, it also makes you think, okay, now where do I want to go forward to?
That's a really good point. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like some activities that are some personal growth things that I could do for me personally this spring. And it spoke a little bit a couple weeks ago. I got this purple journal. Purple's my favorite color.
With the little lock.
But getting back to that, because I feel like just so much happens, and just that free form of just writing. You don't have to think about it too much. It's just write whatever comes to mind. Getting back to that. So I think for me, that'll be something that'll be a spring opportunity, like that renewal, getting back to something I used to do. That was really helpful. That just fell off. So
that's awesome. Yeah, it is a good time to just think of those new activities.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely looking forward to more sunshine myself, because I'm one of those people that I can definitely tell. I know one year at work, because I wasn't near a window or anything, I got one of those lights that you just...
Oh, yeah.
I don't
happy
know.
Lights.
Yeah. And I was like, well, this really worked. But I could actually tell a difference. So, I'm looking forward to this opportunity of more... being in nature, and definitely more sunlight and vitamin D. So
yes. And I'm like looking forward to just continuing to show up how I am, and not cover myself up, I guess, baggy sweatpants, but also just with that perfectionism and the shame and all of that has been kind of just like the eating disorders partners in crime, I guess. So I'm just really looking forward to just exploring myself and new opportunities that come my way.
Yeah. And you made me think of something too as you were talking, as you always do, which I love.
We do it just like
as my body's gotten older, I kind of nitpick it at a little bit, like, oh, I have more freckles or whatever, sunspots, but I need to just get away from that and be like, you know what, my body's doing pretty good. It's, you know, still got my 2 legs, 2 arms that help me do all the things that I want to do. So kind of catching those little moments when I'm kind of nitpicking things and just be like, I'm grateful for what my body does for me, and I'm healthy. I can be grateful for that. So I think, kind of keeping that in check a little bit will be something for me this spring too.
Yes, I like that. And I also like going back to like the, you know, spring can sometimes be messy. Like it's, we always think of like the beautiful flowers and just like green grass and sunshine, but it can also, especially in Minnesota, look like, you know, dirty snow on by the curb or whatever. I think even in our cul-de-sac, there's always like a little snow plow pile of just dirty snow, even though it's like a beautiful 70-degree day. And it's like, just gotta, you know, accept all of it, accept all of those parts, and just like it's you can show up imperfectly, like you said, and like just, you know, freckles, sunspots, everything is just we can come as we are, and we can still like honor that beauty inside of us.
Yes. It's like they say, April showers bring May flowers. So those April storms, yucky as they are part of the process.
Yes.
So, awesome. Should we dive into our moment of recovery or celebration?
Yeah, we've been celebrating sunshine a lot. So hopefully we have something left.
Yes. Always celebrate the sunshine.
Yeah.
Complain about that. I know for me, I will say, such a busy week last week, but I did manage to, this has to deal with self-care, so I'll throw it in there. I did get a massage, and not only a massage, but a massage in a salt room. So I got a double benefit.
That sounds amazing.
It is. So I highly recommend. So I could definitely tell, like, stress. Just, I had a lot going on with work, campaigning, like all these things. And I was just kind of in automatic mode and just maybe a little flying all over the place a little bit. So I was like, nope, I'm going to schedule something. I have time on Friday. So I did that last Friday, and it just felt amazing. So,
that is amazing. Well, I feel like sometimes I feel like a broken record. So I probably have shared this already, but we're now into like week 3 of my husband and I waking up early. We're trying to wake up before the kids are awake. We already did, but now we're way earlier, to either just like move our bodies or have a cup of coffee together on the couch before the kids wake up, and just kind of like reset before the morning of chaos. And there have been a couple mornings this last week, because it was a tough, busy week for our household as well. And where we slept in, or not slept in. We still woke up very early, but we did not wake up at our super early alarm clock. But and because we were just like, our bodies just need the extra little rest, and just like snoozed for a couple times. and then, you know, another morning, we just enjoyed coffee and the slowness of the morning, and that just felt very like healing and connecting for us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I don't think I knew that. I don't know if you shared that one before. Waking up really for the head. I like that you're doing that together. Like just waking up a little bit earlier just to do the mindful movement.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to hear how you're celebrating springtime, your recovery, and all those moments around you. You can either message us, you can put it in the comments, or reach out however you would like, and we'll look forward to hearing from you.
With honesty and compassion, Recovery Rising is here to remind you that recovery is not only possible, but worth celebrating.